In this video, I'm going to answer the question, does exercise help you lose weight? I'm Ben, I'm a PA, which is similar to a doctor, and I share tips and strategies to help you improve your health. So think about what people do when they make a New Year's resolution. You've probably done this, I've probably done this. People make a resolution to lose weight. And what they often do is they try to cut out some of the junk food or maybe some alcoholic drinks or something like that. And they also say, I'm going to go to the gym every single day. And so, that's the typical unsustainable New Year's resolution, right? But the part about cutting out junk food helps with weight loss, helps with fat loss. But what about the part about exercising? Well, the short answer is yes, exercise can help, but it helps more indirectly than directly. So it's not what most people think, and it's not enough on its own. And body composition also merits some discussion as well. So let's get right into it. So what I believe most people think of when they think of exercise and weight loss is simply how many calories did I eat? So how much exercise do I need to do to burn off those calories? But it's really not that simple. And even if it were, can you really do enough exercise to burn off a bunch of junk food? Pretty much you can't, unless you're some sort of ultra marathoner, then maybe you could. But for most people, if you eat a couple desserts, you'd have to run maybe like 10 or 20 miles to use up the same amount of energy. So that's not likely to happen unless you're a professional athlete or someone who's ridiculously active. So little bits of exercise, they're just not going to be enough on their own. Another problem with the exercise and weight loss kind of strategy is that when you eat food, it goes to your liver first. And so if you eat a bunch of starch and sugar or processed food, then it gets digested in your stomach, intestines, and then it goes to your liver. And if there's a bunch of sugar, some of that sugar gets stored as glycogen. And then if there's too much of it, starch or sugar, then some of it gets turned into fat, gets left there as fatty deposits. That's called fatty liver. And that contributes to insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome and ultimately obesity. And if you do a bunch of exercise, that alone is not going to clean up all that fatty liver, all that gunk in your liver. Now, it'll help a little bit because it mobilizes some of the sugar there and things like that, but it can't clean all of it up on its own. To clean up your fatty liver, you would need some nutritional changes, and fasting helps a lot. And I wrote a detailed blog post about that, so I'll put a link below in case you want to check it out. So here's what exercise can do for you when it comes to health improvement and also weight loss to some extent. So exercise can help improve your blood sugar very quickly. For example, after a starchy or sugary meal, if you go on even a 10-minute walk, it can reduce the rise in blood sugar by about 50%, as Dr. Ben Bickman explained on my podcast a while back. Exercise is also really good at clearing out the stored sugar inside your muscles. So when you eat starch, some of that sugar gets stored in your muscles as glycogen, which is chains of sugar. And when you exercise, you use that up. That's the only way you can get rid of it is to exercise because it doesn't come out of the muscles once it goes inside. So when you do exercise and kind of clear that out, then the next time you eat, there's somewhere for that batch of sugar to go. So that's another way that exercise helps. Obviously, exercise helps increase muscle and strength, and that can help increase your metabolic rate while also improving your mobility and balance and reducing your risk of getting injured and things like that. Exercise is really good for your brain, including mental health and mood, and so it can give you satisfaction and a sense of accomplishment as well, and all those things can contribute to having healthier habits in general or feeling more motivated to work on your health goals. So exercise has a whole bunch of benefits, but it's not particularly effective just by itself to lose weight. So any discussion about weight loss would be incomplete without mentioning body composition. And body composition just means lean mass versus fat. So you have lean mass in your body, like bones and muscles, and you have fat. So whenever you're trying to lose weight, it should be said, a better way to say it would be you're trying to reduce body fat. But what about this lean mass? Usually if you're exercising, you're increasing your lean mass at least a little bit. And so that can increase your weight while you're also reducing your weight by reducing the fat. So those might balance out. Your weight might stay the same, or it might go up a little, or it might go down a little, even while you're getting healthier and improving your body composition. So it's probably better to just not weigh yourself at all and just focus on other measurements, like your measuring your abdomen, measuring your belly, measuring other parts of your body, and just how your clothing is fitting and all those things. But if you are going to weigh yourself, you should probably use a weekly average. That's what Jen Stevens explained on my podcast a few episodes back. So you can go find that episode on my YouTube channel as well if you want to hear what she had to say about that. So in short, exercise can help with a lot of things as it relates to your health, like improving your blood sugar, reducing insulin resistance, helping you get stronger, increasing your metabolic rate to some extent, also improving your mental health and your mood and your motivation and all those things. But it's not particularly good at weight loss all by itself, because you're not going to be able to do enough exercise to balance out a bunch of junk food. And it doesn't really work that way anyway, because the food goes to your liver and you can't just clean out your liver just by exercising. So what is effective for weight loss or fat loss? Nutrition is king. It's clearly the most important variable. And fasting, it falls under that same umbrella. So fasting, or when and how much you eat and what you eat, all play a big role. And a couple other very underappreciated variables are stress and sleep. If you're stressed or not sleeping well, that can cause you to hold on to more body fat and have a tougher time losing weight, or more specifically, reducing body fat. But since exercise does have a whole bunch of health benefits, if you're not doing at least a little bit of exercise right now, go ahead and think of at least one vigorous activity you can do for maybe just 2 minutes a day. If you're not doing anything, maybe 5 minutes. You don't have to do that much, and it can be really beneficial. For example, you could do a wall squat for like 1 minute until your legs get really tired, and even that would be pretty beneficial. So another topic really closely related to weight loss is whether counting calories is a good idea. And in this video right here, I explained why counting calories is actually not a good idea if you're trying to lose weight, and why fasting works better than counting calories when it comes to fat loss or weight loss. So go ahead and check out that video right here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.